Hello, everybody. This is Lila Simafi Daniel. It's been quite a while. Um, I've been busy getting myself together, re-strategizing, rejigging, getting busy in helping people to get, a hold of themselves and be able to be the best that they can be. And I've been doing quite a few trainings because you see, people make up an organization. And when the organization has issues, it is the people that you must look into, elevating, upskilling, finding out what the cultural issues are. Because a lot of times it's the culture that actually has a problem with the vision and the mission of an organization. And it all begins from the person. And so every time that I have to do something, or I have to train, or I have to help people, um, coach people, counsel people, it begins with you. It does begin with you. So I'm a transformational integrative coach and strategist. I'm a trainer. And my desire, my passion is to get people from where they are stuck to where they can live and work optimally. And so I'm like the bridge, not like, I am the bridge that tries to find out what it is exactly that you need or that organization needs to be the best that they can be, to be more productive, to perform better. So, one thing I always say is that emotions and the mind drive productivity and performance. So my focus is always the emotions and the mind as it relates to your performance, your productivity, how you enhance the minimum eight basic areas of a human being to be able to perform, you know, optimally without being dysfunctional. And I keep saying you need to look after yourself. Don't wait for the organization to begin to put you through things. Self development, self education is critical for you to make wealth, to have wealth, to create wealth everywhere. There is wealth, how to make money, how to make this, how to make that. There's nothing wrong with that. But most times, the stumbling block, the thing sabotaging your ability to be able to pull through with all the things that you learn sometimes is you yourself. Like I say, what is your attitude towards money? What do you think about money? What's there in your subconscious about money? Do you think money is made by people who are crooked? Do you feel that if you make money, you are going to have to give up some of your values? Or when you make the money, because you're not at peace with yourself, you keep wanting to, get more and more to fill that void. That void, if you do not look after it, will keep messing you up. What are the issues that you have? What are the emotional issues that has followed you through? Women, what are your issues? What are you covering up? What is underneath the veneer? What is the pain? What is the hurt? Yes, you are technically sound. Yes, you are putting so much into, making something about for yourself and about yourself. But are you happy? Have you dealt with those issues? What are you, saying to yourself that, I'll just manage it and, well, how for do, as they say? What are those things? You need to address them. And for the men, what are the things that make you, heavy laden at night? Yeah, most men will say it's making money that makes me heavy laden. Why are you not making that money? You say, oh, because of the situation, the atmosphere, all kinds of things. If I had the money, I would do this business. Or for those who are already set in there, they keep wanting to do more and make more, and they keep growing, horizontally. And what happens is that if they don't begin to make sure each horizontal milestone is taken upwards, they're going to have problems. And it all starts with the CEO. It starts with him micromanaging and all of those kind of things. And you see, micromanagers need to find out why they have the need to micromanage, why they have to need the need to be in control. Yes, they've had situations where the trust has been broken. Yeah, But if trust has been broken, you cannot go through life. You cannot go through your business distrusting everybody. So you keep bringing people in and sacking them, and you say they're not good enough. It's because you're not allowing them to actually operate in the fullness of what you have brought them in to be. So you find psychophancy, you find all kinds of things. People know this and they go behind and say all kinds of things. The culture in an organization, such kind of an organization, is very unhealthy. You see, those are the kind of things that I do. So you yourself, you could be unhealthy to yourself. So the coming month of July, which marks the 6th month of the year, I'm going to be dealing a lot with emotions and mind issues. Emotions and mind issues. And it doesn't have to be only adults, even the young ones. I have some clients that are young adults. And you'll be surprised. You see, parents, you think you know your children. You think you know it all. But especially when they're growing up, they've passed that 16, 17, 18, and they're going 19, 20. Yes, you're still in charge. You're still looking after them economically, financially, probably. But they have come into their own. And you need to be able to know how to deal with them. Because they're already in conflict. From being a little girl or a little boy, they are now semi-adults, and they're wondering why they're not treated with respect. And you are saying, I'm paying your bills. Hey, what I say goes. No, you're paying the bills, but it comes to the point where you start respecting their feelings. How do you do that? So when they're trying to handle their emotions, their hormonal imbalance and all those things, transcending from a little boy to a semi-adult and all of that, and then you put yourself, that one to boot in there, it's going to confuse them. And that is why some get into a dark spot. And the next thing they do is they feel, maybe if I just take myself out of here, when they don't have me as a problem, they can carry on their life. You know, when someone is towing that suicide path, you never can tell what they're thinking and how they're thinking. And when you look at the statistics, it's frightening what the research has said per minute. I'm not going to say it. By the year 2024, 25, X amount of suicide will be happening per minute. So it is critical that you take control, you understand your emotions, you understand what your mindset is all about, you understand how to deal with issues that come to you, that come at you, and be able to respond rather than, react. To be able to respond rather than react. And you need to take a cognizance of the hurts and the pains that you may have been going through, have gone through, and grew up with, and decide you're going to deal with it. Because your emotions and your mindset is critical to your being a success. Making money and everything does not make you successful. If not, as I said earlier, why do they keep wanting to make more and more? Because they're searching for something, and the thing is within them. Who are you? Who are you really? What makes you do the things that you do? Why are you, so consumed with being a success? What is your definition of success? Why do you do the things that you do? Very important. Why do you react the way that you react? Why do you have a need to be controlling? Why do you need to have serial relationships? Why do you run away from emotional commitment? Oh, so many questions. I'm an emotions and mind person. And that is where I focus on, because if we do not build that bridge that takes you from the dysfunctional to the functional, you'll continue to wallow in unhappiness and you won't have the peace that you are supposed to have. So walk with me as I go on along. I have many things that I put in place, not many, but a few things that I believe that, you need to begin to look after yourself. You need to take that first step. Our counterparts abroad are very open and amiable to, self-education, personal development. And we need to put that as a priority for us here. We need to. It's not just counseling. There are many tools that need to be used for you to come out of that dark area, from that gray area, so that you can be the best that you can be. There's so many people now copying our counterparts abroad with all kinds of webinars and seminars here. Have they put in the cultural nuances in there, because for everything that you're bringing in that is new, there must be an understanding of what the cultural environment, the mindset, the thought patterns are all about, or else you'll just become frustrated or frustrate people. I was listening to one lady about 4 weeks ago or something. Said, one lady came on and talked about visibility at somewhere that she turned around and said that actually she's not really operating well, even though she's been training. I said, and that is what happens, Some people just take the book knowledge, watch all the seminars, and then come to reproduce it. And it could frustrate people who are trying to get into it. They're wondering why they're not being successful. They're wondering why. I went through that for a short while, some years back. I had to find out my why. I had to find out what was driving me. So anything I'm telling you are things that I have been through, I have done, I have waded through, I have held my head, I have, cried tears of frustration until I got to this point. So I'm not going to tell you 7 ways to make billions. I'm not going to tell you that I have made XYZ, so you have no reason not to. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that it is possible for you to get to this point, but you need to address certain things. I can take you through the technicalities of branding, technicalities of success, of creating wealth. I'll give you the technicalities, but I have realized that the foundation is you. This foundation is very critical to what you're doing. And so everything that I do, I think you should watch out for what I tell you that I am trying to do. It's like my vision boarding. A lot of people, you are frustrated now because you have not achieved your goals. The things that you put January 1st or December, you have not achieved it because you haven't made a map, a life design of how you want things to go. And I say, watch out for the vision boarding. I had to push it forward. There was the last one, and then the next one is supposed to be June. Yes, it's supposed to be June. But quite a lot of people have gone online. There is the online vision board that you create at your own pace, by yourself, and then if you have any issues, you get in touch with me, and I'll help you through. So if you're dealing with emotional issues, if you're finding it very hard to leave where you've been hurt to the other side, there is again, a course that I have online that says dealing with emotional hurt, creating the authentic you. It's in my website. You can go there. But watch out for that. And then what about those in the self-care industry? They're going through compassion fatigue. They are not looking after themselves. Self-care. They're not looking after themselves. There's compassion fatigue course that is going on. Any course that I'm doing is all around 2 things: your emotions and your mindset. Your emotions and your mindset. And I tell you, if you decide seriously that you are going to take charge of you, that you are going to make sure that you understand who you are, so that you can be the best. Whether you've already achieved whatever it is, are you really happy? Are you really happy? On a scale of 1 to 10. You've made the money on a scale of 1 to 10. Are you really happy? Let me help you find out why you're not really happy. So I'm back. I'm going to start the straight talk on Thursdays. I normally have it on Thursdays. So I'll start that, going through the attack of COVID-19. Realistically, it's taken me a little bit of time to get myself all together because, training and doing this and doing that, I had to slow down and take things as it is. And one is not a spring chicken anymore, And I hope that I'll be fortunate enough to have, someone to assist me who understands what I'm doing. What do you call that? Virtual assistant, yes. Because nowadays you operate from your office, you operate from home, you operate from anywhere. And with what I do, I can be in Acapulco and I'll still be able to help you through. You understand? And another thing that I did to find my anchor was to begin to paint. I used to I did it up to school cert and part of HSC. And then I nearly went into a meltdown last month, because I was giving out so much, trying to help people. I forgot about myself. And I just found that I just froze. And I talked to a colleague, because you must be able to have someone you can talk to. You don't know it all. Even, they say, physician, heal thyself. You understand? I said, where's your anchor? I said, ooh. So I started to paint. Look at that. Look at that. I started last month. This is, I think, my 3rd attempt. And this is my 5th sunset attempt. And I used to paint on fabric. So watch out. I'm going to start painting on fabrics very soon. So what is your anchor? Let me help you find what your anchor is, because you need your anchor during this period that has changed everything. So stop saying pandemic has done this and disrupted. You too disrupt the pandemic, because you have to cut down on things and refocus and readjust and everything. So disrupt it. Find your aha moment. Find your you. Find your authentic self and be the best that you should be, that God has created you to be. Whether at your workplace, whether as a boss, whether as a CEO, executive, leader, management person, be the best that you can be. Even a student, in university. So watch out for Straight Talk with Lila, and they call me Mrs. D, Straight Talk with Mrs. D, and then other programs that I will put out to help you be the best that you can be. I have a group on Facebook, Reinvent You. Try to join so that we can be reinventing ourselves, especially coaches, young coaches. Be careful how they push you to do things that you are not really, qualified, equipped to do. Coaching comes with experience and expertise. But if you are already a professional and you coach in a certain area, then that is okay. But just to say you're a coach of business and you haven't done business, you're a coach of psychology or emotions, and excuse me. You see, there is book knowledge and there is the translation to life. So be a little bit careful. Wisdom is profitable. Look for the seasoned coaches and go for training. There's training in Lagos. And there are online trainings everywhere. But even when you do the online, it's good to affiliate with a school or an academy on site, so that you can, you can just buttress it up. So this is Lila St. Matthew Daniel signing out. Watch out for my podcast. Watch out for my Thursday issues. Watch out for my webinars and trainings. Together, we will become the best that we can be.